I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston, but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century, but it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can... Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Tentar não ficar maluco é o objetivo. só na imagem, porque no game tá normal.
We're almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Que lugar merda.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Muito amigável. Fritz Brady Bar. A corrida, ele anda mais rápido. Explodir essa baleia aí.
Move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You see how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know. Or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us
Escutista
watch
aquilo
out.
ali já, hein?
That's no way to treat an omen.
Ó,
Oh yeah,
falei.
he's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Laceração, arrancou sua
Damn
pele.
stupid idiots.
Aquilo ali é uma
Get it?
mordida.
Nobody listens to us anyway.
Polvo
That's no way to
gigante.
treat an omen. Oh yeah. He's gonna
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Ah, esse é o Bradley.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew.
Já era.
They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you? What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't
Esse vai ser o
understand.
primeiro que eu vou dar cabo.
you shysters, you're crazy.
They're cops.
Não vai dar
The
certo.
blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't
Eu sou um
understand. You're not
especialista,
sailors.
seu nuba.
It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Eu sei mais de medicina que o meu personagem, tá certo. Vamos ver o que é essa comoção aqui.
You're already in trouble.
There's nothing for you here either.
You can see
Pretext.
There's nothing to sort out. Your chum wanted
Deve
to
ser lá
stir us
o
up.
warehouse.
It's a
Então, vamos
sign.
falar com o Fritosfisk. É o principal, vamos pro bar primeiro então.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Cachaceiro. Povo feio da porra.
Hey, be careful.
Cultista.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw it just like me. That bum deserved a lesson.
Yeah, but he's a regular, and you're not.
I can see that you and I are off to a bad start. I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
Nossa, fornecedora.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything
É,
else?
aquele lá do fundo.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
And the weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's little comfort here. I'd sooner be snug in a dead
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
the men will fly home. I'd leave all green lands, icy grounds, for not a right.
Her vision.
There is no
Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Ok.
That'll be all for now.
Sem cachaça. Parece que o cara já tem muito problema com cachaça.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
And the doctor.
Foi. Até ponto.
What did he say? He laughed. My God.
Ah, isso é uma pista então. Cadê o filé? Tá.
What you looking at, stranger?
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Tá fechando, né?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Okay.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
I had the wing of the Cthulhu voice.
I told you to beat it.
She will do it again, you know. Oh, the girl doctor. Cold. She won't stop asking.
Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Guardian o nome da mulher, né?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting. Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Tá, tem mais nada aqui. Lanterna verde. Hello, motherfucker.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Sila de Silas, huh? Por que as luzes são verdes? Opa, outro tomo. Dá 2% cada um. O interessante é que eu não sei se eu passei, né?
This man and Fitzroy
teste.
could be twins.
Será que não são mesmo?
What a macabre souvenir.
Ah, tá na perna do cara.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Tá caindo FPS de novo. No.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Por que tá caindo FPS?
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it, if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
What could have done so much damage? What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Hello, sir.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. You again?
No need to get...
Então tem que escolher direito as perguntas. Eu não sei por que fica caindo até.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Tá, só tem uma mulher. Ela deve ser a Carla. Cacilda, só pode ser ela.
You have no right to treat us like this.
What did he say?
Well, there is no.
My God.
You said
The weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's little
Hey, dude.
comfort here.
you again.
I'd sooner be snug in a dead fall.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I would...
Why not?
First, sailors from around scream.
Scream.
And that's not all. But I'll say anything else.
I was but the man who fly home. I leave old Greensland.
I read the article on the interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. On that day, the crew of the Scylla, the biggest whale ever caught, they saved Doc.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always... The Hawkins family was always...
You seem to know Charles.
Well, we all knew, and...
I've got...
Anything else?
That'll be all.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. I told you to beat it.
Ela mesmo.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an elder.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint.
But everyone knows Saint.
He's the patron saint.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two. Wait. Now that I think about it, it's got...
Quieter.
What brings you to Dark...
That statue
What do you mean by...
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all...
St. Brendan. He protect until those assholes...
peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we...
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're...
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since...
So we...
I've taken enough of...
We'll see you...
Foda essa cara de FPS.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Só isso?
I've no idea what it says. Damnation, I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Eu vou ver o que está acontecendo com a FPS.